Splish splash, dogs are taking a bath. On language page 10 this week. We get to be detectives on page 10. We are looking for clues. And today, for clues, we will call it evidence, okay? So we will be looking for evidence on page 10. So this is the story of Bobby and Pixie, and they are in your story this week getting a bath. Splish splash, dogs are taking a bath on page 10. So let's read the story together and look for evidence. All right, over on this side, we have statements that we want to prove over here with clues and evidence. Okay, statement number 1. Bobby and Pixie were dirty in the beginning of the story. The first clue is done for us. The first evidence was gathered. The story said that Bobby's hair was full of sand and dust. Pixie left bits of sand and grass behind. That is the evidence that Bobby and Pixie were dirty at the beginning of the story. Let's go further into the story and find out if this statement is true. It says, Bobby and Pixie were excited when they first saw Susan get 2 leashes. Maybe they thought they were going for a walk. Do you think this is true? Let's read into the story and find out. Susan got 2 leashes out of the closet. She hooked the leashes into the dogs' collars and took both dogs outside. They thought they were going for a walk. They were very excited. Pixie's tail wagged busily, and Bobby started panting. When Susan opened the door, Pixie jumped in happily. Bobby tried to walk away. He wanted to go for a walk. Is it true that they were excited? What did the story say? Let's start writing this whenever we find clues. The text says. So the text said that Pixie's tail wagged busily. So we could write that here. Pixie, apostrophe S, Pixie's tail wagged. What else did the text say? It said excitedly. You could also put excitedly there. And Bobby, the other dog, began making what sound? Yeah, panting. Very excited. We're actually halfway done with this game. Clues for finding evidence for these statements. So this statement was true. This statement was true. How about this one? Pixie liked having a bath. Shall we go find some text that proves that? Okay. It was lucky that the dog groomer was not very far away. The shop was called Critter Cuts. The owner was a tall lady named Jenny. When Susan and the dogs arrived at Critter Cuts, the dogs didn't want to go in. There were so many good things to smell in the yard. They wanted to explore. Woof, woof. She let them explore for a few minutes. Then she firmly led them up the stairs and into the shop. Jenny was glad to see them. She greeted Susan and the dogs in a friendly way. This must be Pixie and Bobby, she said. It's good to see you on this hot sunny day. Are you two ready for your baths? Woo, woo. I hope so, said Susan. As you can see, they are very dirty. I also think they will need to have haircuts. They will feel better with a little trim. Jenny led the 2 dogs away. I'll take good care of them, she told Susan. When you come back in 2 hours, you'll find 2 clean, happy dogs. The statement says Pixie liked having a bath. Do we have any evidence yet that she likes the bath? No, she's not even in the bath yet. Let's keep going in the story. She got out her brushes and went to work on Bobby's thick hair. His hair was very thick. He was a border collie from Scotland. It gets very cold there, and dogs need lots of hair to keep them warm. In California, Bobby didn't need such thick hair. Sometimes it made him very hot and uncomfortable. Woo, woo. Jenny brushed him gently. Bobby did not like being brushed, but he stood quietly until she was done. Then she gave him a drink of water and let him rest while she brushed Pixie. Okay, now they're finally talking about Pixie. Let's get some clues. Does Pixie like having a bath? Pixie liked being brushed, but she didn't like to stand still. She wiggled a lot, but soon Jenny was done. Pixie's hair wasn't nearly as long or messy as Bobby's. Now it was time for Bobby's haircut. Jenny took her clippers and snipped all the way around where his back legs and hair was extra long. Then she cut around his front legs and trimmed around his ears. You'll feel better with a little less hair, she said. Also, you will stay a little cleaner. Oh, still no news about Pixie liking her bath. Let's read on. Pixie needed only a little haircut, so it didn't take very long. She liked it when Jenny worked on her. She wagged her tail and licked Jenny's hand. Next, Jenny lifted Bobby into the bathtub. Oh, we're still not talking about Pixie's bath. We're talking about Bobby's bath. Next, Jenny lifted Bobby into a big tub. She turned on some warm water and let it flow onto Bobby's back. He was not very happy about getting wet. But gentle Bobby stood quietly while Jenny washed him carefully, with soapy water. Then she rinsed him well, dried him off, and let him lie down in a clean, sunny spot to wait for Pixie. When Jenny lifted Pixie into the big tub, Pixie wagged her tail and licked Jenny. Pixie loved having a bath. What are the clues that tell us that Pixie loved having a bath? It says, the text says, the story says, let's write that. The text says, Pixie, action, wagged, possessive pronoun, her tail. If you want more evidence, it says, she, Pixie, action, licked, who? Jenny, the one giving her a bath. Those are two pieces of evidence that tell us that yes, Pixie liked having a bath. Oh, this is fun, but kind of sad we only have one more statement left. Bobby and Pixie were dirty at the end of the story. Oh no, I hope it's not true. Will it be true? Is this statement true? Bobby and Pixie are dirty at the end of the story. Let's keep reading. Jenny loved her bath. She loved it when the warm water dripped down her back and her legs. She loved it when Jenny rubbed shampoo all over her. Woof, woof, woof. She loved getting rinsed. She loved being rubbed off to get dry. All too soon, Pixie's bath was over. She sat with Bobby in the sun, waiting for Susan to come and take them home. If that was the end, we would say they were clean, but we're looking for evidence that they were dirty at the end of the... Oh, no. When Susan drove up, Bobby and Pixie ran to say hello. The two dogs jumped into the car. Susan told them how clean they are. She told them how nice their haircuts looked. She talked to them all the way home so they would know how glad she was to see them. Soon they were home, and the dogs raced out to the yard. Dun 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 dun. Bobby and Pixie were dirty at the end of the story. Do we have a clue? Kind of. They've gone outside. Can you guess what they did first? They went right to the sand pit and rolled happily on their backs. They got sand and dust all over themselves. In a few moments, they looked just as they had before their baths, except for their haircuts. Is Bobby and Pixie dirty at the end of the story? Yes. What did the text say? The text says they looked like they did before their bath. Oh no. Pixie and Bobby, really? Today on page 10, we have looked at statements and found text evidence to prove the statement. And we use the statement over and over. The text says. The text says. Our clues are the text says. See you next time on Language Games.